Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. This is Sarah Burr here, chiming in with some new updates in Canva for the 2025 year. This is just kind of an off-the-cuff stream that I thought I would do while I'm making a new visual for my Instagram profile. You may have noticed recently, or maybe you haven't even seen it due to the feature being rolled out, but Instagram has introduced a new grid layout for users on their Instagram profiles. So if you navigate to your profile page, you'll see that instead of the nice, neat little squares that we've had since the dawn of time, we now have a strange rectangle shape that is really hard to figure out how to fit so that your designs are not cut off on your grid. Now, some folks may not care about this look, and that's perfectly fine. I've been toying around trying to find the right dimensions that fit for my Instagram account because I do like readers being able to see my full image on a profile grid. And what I've found is that this new layout actually allows for me to have more information available on my images because of the new canvas design. You'll notice that it's slightly an oblong square rectangle thing. What I have determined so far is the dimensions are 1080 by 1350. So that's going to be 1080 pixels across, so 1080 across, and then 1350 upward. And that is going to be your new canvas design. And so what I'm doing this morning is I'm just making a series image for my Glenmeyer Whim Mysteries with a new tagline that I came up with recently that I want to pin to the top of my profile so that when people visit my profile page on Instagram, this will be one of the first images they see, and they'll see it completely because it's within that new profile grid guidelines. So right now, what I have here is my 3 covers for my Glenmeyer Whim Mysteries. I've already done a little bit of work before I went live. I went into each of these and made sure that I added my favorite element, a shadow. The shadow that I'm using for these is the page lift, so that there's that slight pop off the page for them. I am going to just adjust the positioning here of all of the designs. Where I have kind of like a slightly off-kilter look with the covers. So I've got those centered, and then making this one a little bit, popping up a little bit more, dragging it downward so that that shadow is just barely touching the edge. And then I'm going to go to a new feature that I've started using in Canva. I love it so much. I love it so much that I actually subscribed to the application that I'm using. They do have free options that you can use, but I upgraded to the Pro account just because I really, really love it. And you'll be able to see on here, it's called Text Maker. And it's an easier way rather than kind of playing with all of the different effects that you could do just in the regular texting, the text box area that we have for our Canva designs, rather than, adding shadow to a design here, going into the effects, creating the shadow, but then only having like one of those effects that is implemented. This text maker application just really allows you to have fun with the colors and the style. And it's been really great for me to be able to customize for my different series. There are so many options here, and they're very, very customizable. I'm just looking through to see if there's one that kind of the overall design, the color, the layout really reflects what I'm going for with my new tagline that I'll be using. So right now I'm just kind of looking for things that speak to me. I just love the gold one so much. I'm actually going to use this as part of it, although that one's a little bit too much. So I'm going to just search the presets. Oh, they already have a gold one for me. My tagline that I'm going to be using is Cozy Mysteries with a Magical Spark. So I am going to be looking for a word or looking for a design that's separate for spark, because I want that to be like really bright and gold and stand out on this design. Ooh, this one's kind of good because it's mixing gold and purple together, which are my two favorite colors. Oh man, ooh, I love this one. This one is great. I'm torn between this golden one and this golden one. I think I'm going to go with this one. And let me show you how much we can actually customize these while we're designing, because you might be like, well, Sarah, that's awful bold and blocky. But I'm just going to go ahead and type in spark and give myself an exclamation point for this one. And then I can actually change my fonts. And so I have access to a really big font library. I honestly don't know where these font libraries are coming from because it's slightly different than what's available on Canva. It's not as comprehensive. That's cute. That's very whimsical from the Glenmeyer Whim Mysteries. But I also want it to be a little bit more readable. So I'm looking for something along those lines. Let's see here. That's pretty good. That's clicker script. Okay. I'm going to be using this, I believe, for the Cozy Mysteries part of the tagline, this Delia Schwash caps. I use that one actually a lot in my designs already, so it's something that my readers are familiar with seeing. Delicious hand drawn. That is actually the ones that I use for my my Bookbogger mysteries. So that's great that that's right in there already. Again, I'm looking for like something that's really fun and whimsical. That kind of speaks to me when I'll know it when I see it. Let's see here. It would be great if they had the actual fonts that I use for my Glenmeyer Whim Mysteries on the designs, but that's all right. Lots of playwright stuff. Ooh, Princess Sophia, that one's a pretty good one. Again, it's got that whimsical nature to it. Sunshiny is also a favorite of mine. Twinkle Star. Let's look at that one. Let's look at the difference between princess, and I can search by words as well. I think I like the Twinkle one because it's whimsical enough, but it's also very legible. And I can do other really cool things with the effects on this. I can jiggle the design where the words are kind of off kilter, which is something I've always like wanted to do in Canva. In this particular one, I'm not going to. Well, actually, I might have a little bit. I might have a little bit of a difference here. Like just a minuscule one. There we go. And if I wanted to adjust the coloring, I could go into that. I'm going to do that with a different, I'll do that with the baseline that we'll be doing. Because I just really like how this is designed. My quality, because I am a pro member, I can have it at the highest level. I will say that I used the free version of this for a very, very long time. So I was able to, and I was able to operate fine. And the medium quality looked fine on my social media. I probably wouldn't use it on a print document, something that I was going to print out, but for social media, it was perfectly fine. So I've got my spark. So now I need to do my Cozy Mysteries with a magical and then go from there. So I'm going to go back to those presets. And there was one in the gold section that I really liked. I believe it was this platinum gold. And of course, I am going to switch to that Delius font. Let's do, there we go. Cozy Mysteries. I'm going to do this in kind of sections, because if I were, how I want to stack these is a little less, I could do like the positioning in the design itself, but I would rather just like do this line by line. And I haven't quite decided if I want magical to be on its own line yet. So we have Cozy Mysteries, and then over here, I'm gonna do some letter spacing, and I'm actually gonna make these letters a little bit closer together. So that's -0.09, so that we can, they're really like cute, they're really close together. I'm actually gonna move it a little bit more, -4. Because it was a little bit too far spaced for me. Again, I could do this jiggle. I'm not going to do that for the first one. Let's go to the customized colors for this. I don't want to do too much because I actually really like it. Let's see, where did it go? Well, I feel like my Canva just like died on me. Let's try one. Let's try that again, guys. Let's go back to, that's actually never happened before, but we overcome. I'm going to go back to my text maker. So what I did is I just exited out of the application. And then I came back here. I'm on my home page. I'm going to pick out that platinum gold. Luckily, I didn't get too far, and I've been saying everything that I've been doing out loud, so I remember it. So Cozy Mysteries, Delius. And then we were at -4. There we go. I was able to use my keyboard to kind of inch that on. Okay, Cozy Mysteries. All right, let's see if this freezes on me one more time. Which it did, which is unfortunate. Okay. A good thing is that I actually really liked, I was actually happy with how that looked from a color standpoint. I'll see if I can get the color to work on a different one. Cozy Mysteries. This is how we adapt and overcome tech issues. You never have to, don't have to worry about things going too haywire. You can just adapt and overcome. All right, I'm going to go add to design. Going to do that max export. And you might be saying, Sarah, this looks awful washed out on this page. Well, it's because I haven't done my background yet. So I still need to select a background to kind of pair with these. So we've got Cozy Mysteries. And then let's go to a different preset with, let's see. Let's see here. Let's try this one. And you might be like, why did you select this particular item? Because I know that if it lets me adjust the background color, that I can adjust it to be more on par with my brand design. So, and I'm just going to be using the with A for this, so it just is going to be very small. Not going to be a huge intrusive design. We're going to bring that down just a little bit so that everything is bundled together. All right, the truth. There we go. Okay. Not sure why that other one wasn't working, but now you can see how we can actually adjust these colors. I'm going to make these colors a little bit more in line with my Glenmeyer Whim Mysteries, which are more purpley based. As you can see, purple, teal, blue colors that we'll be using. So I'm going to go ahead and click this gradient and adjust my color wheel, we're going to go more to a purple. And you can see how that's already being reflected in the design. I'm going to drag it down a little bit because this is going to be a darker one. Going to go here. Again, drag it into the purple sphere. And make it a little lighter. I'm going to come down to the 3D depth color because again, these are more colors that are associated with my book blogger mysteries. I'm going to, this is where things get a little bit gnarly because of the interface that we have. It's like hidden, hidden by the, there we go. I could do something very radical and like go to like an orangey color so that it has like more of a gold pop to it, which I might try. Actually, no, I'm going to stay in the purple world because I'll do magical a little bit more fun. There we go. You can change the gradient direction so that the color, it's a little hard to see on this particular one. I'll show you here and see. You can like flip where the gradient is, which is kind of cool. I'm going to do right there. Perfect. All right. Again, I'm just going to leave it on high this time. So now we have Cozy Mysteries with A, and then we have to do magical. And for magical, I might actually stay with this design. I don't want to do it in all caps. But have this be kind of a more wild, more whimsical font to like really separate magical from the pact here. So similar what I was doing with Spark, I'm going to be doing the same for magical. But again, have it still be within that realm of readability. Oh, I do love a Euphoria script. The thing is that is not entirely legible, in my opinion. Maybe if I drag it a little bit more. No, I still want something a little bit more legible. Cookie. Getting there. I do wish that it just remembered that I want to be in this one. Lovers Quarrel. Nope, too flowery. That is perfect. Yes. Okay, that is good. Let me adjust some. Let me adjust the. There we go. All right. And now I'm going to go back into that customized colors. And I'm going to go back into that color depth. And this is where I'm going to bring in the gold that I had mentioned before, where I could be. So bring it down to this like gold area. A little bit more orangey. Love it. And then up here, I'm actually going to bring this down a little bit more. so that it really pops out. Awesome. Add to design, add to design. Now we have to work on our positioning. But with the this new like grid, Cozy Mysteries with where do I want it? I want it to live there. I'm like looking for a little, it's almost like a puzzle. Like where can I put these to make everything flow together nicely? And I want to make this a little bit bigger. Excellent. Okay, so now we have to work on our background. Because I want to give readers a sense of like what this book is about. Let's go into photos and let's do like witch craft and candles and see what happens. Ooh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Because we've got candles, we've got the essence of witchcraft. You can't really see those tiles. Let me move these up just a little bit. And maybe let me make this picture just a little bit bigger so that everything is down here from a design perspective. And the colors are kind of accurate because of the purple aspect, but I'm going to do some adjustments to this to really make it pop. And my new favorite item is this Paintify thing. Again, this is an app. This is a free one that I've been using, and I really, really love it. And what it does is it turns your item into a image. Now you'll see here it says use 1 of 3 Paintify credits, refreshes daily. So you only get, if you want to do the free version, you have to make sure that like this is the one you want to turn into a painting. But I am very happy with this one. So I'm going to do, I'm going to see like what a strength effect is going to be. I'm going to do 0.75. I've been waiting for something like this forever. I love taking images and making them into paintings. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it so much. Let's see here. Oh, wow. I love it. Ah, I love it. I'm just trying to see like how to position this best. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to use the tools to do a little bit of adjustment where like I'm going to get rid of all of these like things at the bottom. I don't know what they are. They just seem like they're a little bit too much clutter. Perfect. Oh gosh. And now that means I can bring my books down a little bit more so that readers will be able to see that table. Oh, this looks so good. I'm so happy with this. I'm going to do some filter adjustment just to give myself an idea of like what filter is going to look best against these colors. I'm definitely going to want something a little bit more purple, but like obviously I don't want it to be that purple. So let me drag down the intensity and oh yes, this is looking beautiful. But what I'm noticing is like I think I need these two to match up together. So I'm going to go back to Text Maker, and luckily this has saved the work that I've been doing, but I'm just going to switch in that Delius Swash Caps font, and I'm going to do with A, and I'm going to not make it as here we go, and add it in there. All right, and then I'm going to get rid of that former one. So we're making some adjustments while we're working within the image itself, which is always fine. It's okay to change your mind. And make sure that this is big enough for people to read, and then definitely going to make Cozy Mystery bigger. And I'm wondering, honestly, I think I need to do Cozy Mysteries too, to make this all tie together nicely. Cozy Mysteries. Add to design. Then I want this to be in the front. And I think I want it to be a little bit bigger. Oh, wow, this came out so nicely. What I'm going to do, because I still want this to stand out a little bit more from the background, is I'm going to go into the elements section, and this is a new trick I've been using lately, and I'm going to search for the gradient graphic, because what this allows me to do is, so here we go. It allows me to make kind of this fade out effect in the design so that you can still see what's going on in the background, but it's not as prominent. I like it when I can change the color of it, however. But I'm going to go in here, and I'm actually going to switch it to one of these purple ones. And then I'm going to make it much thinner because I want the gradient effect to not be as strong at the top that it is that we're seeing right now. So see like how I'm able to like drag it up. Oh, that looks so good. I'm gonna do some quick edits to the background, making the contrast a little darker, bringing some shadows, bump up that saturation so there's a little bit more color. I'm gonna see actually if I can do the same thing with this. I honestly want the color to be a little bit more like a bluish purple. No, a browner purple. Yes, there we go. It was one of those ways. Oh gosh, that looks so good. And then I do want to see what happens if I do some slight blurring. Or no, I want to do autofocus. Because I would like the dial to be a little more in focus than the candles are. So I'm going to adjust the focus position, and the focus position is this, the blue or the purple line that you're seeing on your screen. So right now the focus is like on that dial. And then if I blur everything around it, you'll notice that the blur intensity gets much more severe. If I continue dragging that focus. Oh, I love it. The only thing that I'm going to do just to see how things pop out is I'm going to duplicate my page. I'm going to go back to the text maker. I'm going to go back to my design. I'm going to type in the word spark. And I'm going to do the jiggle. No angle. And I'm going to add it. I'm going to replace the gold and see how I like that. I don't. I don't, but I didn't do one thing that I did last time. I didn't use the twinkle font. Let's try that one. I like to just test and see like what works. I still like the gold. So we're going to go with the gold. We're going to keep it. I do want to look in the text maker though, gold. If there's like a more glittery one. We did this one, right? Gold, yes, golden. I do like this one. Luckily, we don't have to do all of our testing. I'm going to make them a little bit closer together. Not that close. Add that jiggle. Let's see how this one looks. I'm going to duplicate it so I can... Nope. Not working for me on that one. The reason why it was way too faded. The last one I'm going to try is this one. And the reason why I'm trying it is because I really love the shadow that it has around it. However, I'm not a fan of those colors, so I'm going to customize them. I'm going to go into those fill colors. I do not like this. I still want to be in the realm of gold. So I'm going to make some changes. This is a bit too orange for my liking. Nothing against orange. Ooh. This is looking much better already. Okay. And then not a fan of the fact that this is disappearing on me, but you know what? It is what it is. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I could have the outline actually be purple so that it really stands out. Love it. And then my shadow color, I want it to be, I think, a little lighter. Or like, I don't know. No, not yellow. I'm not sure why there's where the black shadow is coming from. Oh, I see. Maybe let's have that be the orange. Or perhaps purple. Dark purple? Ooh, there we go. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Oop. I think this is still better. It's just bolder. as much as I really love the glow. However, what I can do, if I want to give this one a little bit of a glow, I can go back into my elements and then just do gold glow. And I can come in here, I can make it a little bit bigger and position it backward so that that spark stands out a little bit more. Let's see what my other options are on here. Ooh, this might be fun, where I like put in a couple like glowy items, and then let's drag this to the top. Ooh, love that. Love it. That was the extra bit of pizzazz that we needed. I'm gonna have it be right on that exclamation point. To really emphasize it. Perfect. All right, that's it. That's what we needed. So now I have this great image that I can use to pin to my Instagram profile once I download it and post it online. I can use the pin feature on the Instagram grid. And now when readers come to my profile, they'll see that I write cozy mysteries with a magical spark. So I hope that this has been helpful with the thought process that we went through. And again, this new Instagram grid canvas size that I'm using is 1080 by 1350. So if I go to resize and go to custom size, it's again 1080 width and then 1350 height in pixels. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this has been helpful. If you have other questions or suggestions about things you'd like to see me make, I'm always open. Just leave me a comment, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out with raising awareness within the author community and sharing my knowledge with all of you wonderful people. So thanks again, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everyone.